I mean, because you got to think about it, right? If these cookies, and you've had them, so you understand the quality. If these cookies were put in every single coffee shop, I'm pretty sure every single coffee shop stock would go up incredibly.
100%.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Craig Bravo. I'm a student at Georgia State University, and I own a cookie business called Fit for a Cookie. We do nationwide shipping, local delivery in the Douglasville area, and I'm also open to manufacture for restaurants. Right now, if you want to go to Douglasville, Georgia, you'll go to a restaurant called Divine Cafe and Market. You'll see my cookie jar, my cookie line, all up in this store. Day-to-day actions, man, is really just, well, that's weird now, because I feel like I've gotten to a place in business to where everything is into an assembly line process. But before, when I was starting, like when I was trying to master recipes and actually learn how baking processes went and actually studying, I would really just to wake up every single day with purpose, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be something specific, it would really just be making sure I put time, energy into my business, like how I put time and energy into other things and other aspects of my life. I treated business not like a job, but as a lifestyle. Before I was doing Georgia State, and before I was selling at Georgia State, it was really me waking up, fulfilling orders, okay, cool, now execute school. But now that I've incorporated Georgia State is taking a lot of my time. So I have to allot that 3 to 4 hour process of going to class or going to the library to sell and then going to class and then finally going back home, you know what I'm saying? And then having to make cookies when you go back to that kitchen area. It's tough. You know, I made a blueprint for myself, and I think that is going to get carried on to whenever I do like open up my massive store, and when I have my own factory for cookies as well. People are going to follow that same blueprint because it results in the same thing. You feel me? But in reality, right, being a business person is more than just saying, okay, I want to own this, I want to do this, I want to do this. It's really about being a problem solver, right? So, say I'm giving you an instance that's really never happened, but let's say it does happen, right? Say I go to Georgia State, bring the same 150 amount of cookies that I bring. I don't sell out. Damn, I got 50 to 100 cookies left in this bag. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna go back to the kitchen and let them things wait? No, because that's gonna tarnish the quality of the shit. What time is it? Okay, let's say it's 3 o'clock afternoon. What's open? Parks. What's open? Campus. What's open? Where else can I go? You feel me? Patience is key as well, because you can't sit here and just because one opportunity fails, you can't just reflect and grimace on whatever that was. You know what I'm saying? That is dead, that is gone. Next objective. You know, that's kind of where I'm at right now. That's the way I've been moving. I take everything and I learn, and every single thing that I learn, I apply to my next obstacle. I used to sleep around 8 to 9 hours. I'd say now I sleep around maybe 3 to 4. And I'm okay with that just because of the fact that I'm getting stuff done. And if I do need to go to sleep, man, I give myself probably like a 6 hour day, and I'm still up in the morning making sure I get everything done. So everything, and this is the way I operate as well. I have a checklist, right? So as long as those things on that checklist get done, I've had a successful day. But if I can do more than that checklist, I'm good. You feel me? So my ambition is always to strive for more, and I think that's what helps me balance both of those aspects of life.
Okay, so what helps you formulate, that checklist? Is it you created the night before, the morning of?
Really, the night before, and that's you want to be real with you. That's not good. You want me? I could say that right here. I could say that that's unbalanced and unorganized. But as of right now, that's what I do, and I'm trying to get to a point to where I can have a list of things I need to get done throughout the week instead of waiting until that night up. But especially when you're a student, a lot of bullshit happens. Just that's just what happens, you know. Assignments get due at certain times. People open certain assignments at certain times that don't give you updates. You gotta really be on P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? And really try to organize your life to be successful. And that's really tough to do. You know, cooking has always been something in my family. You know what I'm saying? That's actually, because I'm Jamaican, so it's like I've always been in the kitchen. I've always been someone that's interested in the culinary aspect of things. But I felt like there was one thing that I was really good at, and that was baking. But I felt like if I narrowed it down to what I was like just to what things I made the best, that was the cookies, right? But I realized that what I had was just some average stuff. So I thought about it, and I actually became a connoisseur for that type of stuff. I said, okay, let me go around here and see what type of cookie this place has. Tried it, okay, that's all right, whatever. Go to the next place, go to the next place, go to the next place. And I found out that majority of the time, people make cookies as just another product so they can sell. Does that make sense? It's not just, it's literally just something they can throw on the menu and say, hey, that's $5 too. Or, hey, that's $3 too. It didn't really become, it's not something of high quality anymore, if you want me to be honest with you. So what I did, I said, okay, let me, as a cookie connoisseur, let me go and create the highest quality cookie possible. I'd actually have these cookies and they'd be prototype versions of themselves, right? So once I established one prototype, I'm like, okay, this isn't good enough, how can I meet it to the next standard? Okay, that's not good enough, how can I meet that to the next standard? And I feel like I would do that every single day just so I can have that high standard of cooking. Because I could have just stopped at prototype 1, you feel me? And that could have just been the end of it. I could have already had a product that I can sell and make money off of. But I really had a certain amount of strong care for the processes that go into creating cookies. So we have the Oreo chocolate chip, right? The toasted s'more cookie, the lovely red velvet cookie, the oatmeal white chocolate chip. So I think those are the 4 that you can find online right now. Oh, and the vanilla bean chocolate chip cookie. So the Oreo chocolate chip, right? And I love these processes because this is what makes the cookie amazing, and what actually makes it something that you can't get at Kroger. You feel me? So with that Oreo chocolate chip, what I do, I actually have the Oreo. I line the Oreo with white chocolate ganache, Oreo cookie crumble, and milk chocolate. Then I line that throughout the entirety of the cookie, right? For the new one, which is the oatmeal white chocolate chip, it's actually right there. So that one, I actually soak my oats in vanilla extract, right? So they actually have flavor. Because a lot of the time, when you go get an oatmeal cookie, that's why if you ever realize people is one way or another way about oatmeal cookies. They're not just, I like oatmeal cookies or I don't like oatmeal cookies. It really just depends on who makes it at the end of the day then, right? So what I would do, I actually soak my oats in vanilla extract and then flambe it over a rubber coat, right? The reason why I do that process specifically is just strictly for flavor. Everything needs to have some sort of flavor to it. Does that make sense? You can't just throw something in there that's bland that's gonna upset the entire balance of a cookie. Every single component, every single ingredient needs to have some sort of flavor or texturizing component, right? So I do that process because when you do that, you give the oats flavor and they're not just something bland getting thrown into a cookie. So after that, I incorporate those vanilla soaked oats into a brown sugar cinnamon cookie dough, and then I layer it with white chocolate chips to balance it off perfectly. And that's why I feel like that one is, I put that cookie to a very high regard, just because of the fact that I feel like I've single-handedly changed the perspective of oatmeal cookies, right? Next, we have the toasted s'more cookies, that one right there on that far left. That one has a toasted marshmallow on top of it with a marshmallow filling and graham cracker cinnamon cookie dough wrapped around it, and then it's layered with milk chocolate chips. What else? I have the vanilla bean chocolate chip cookie, right? So that one right there it's really a big contender with the Oreo, right? And it really just depends on what people want for sales comparisons, but if you want my personal opinion, I would put that in like the top 3. A lot of people disagree with that, but my personal palate is different than a lot of people's. So what I do with that vanilla bean chocolate chip cookie, I actually blend the cookie dough itself with 4 different types of vanilla extracts. The reason why you do that, you don't just do it to say, hey, there's 4 different vanillas in there. It actually creates a flavor, right? So when you have one vanilla in there, okay, cool, you taste Well, not even really, because people put vanilla extract in there just so it can have that quote unquote dough flavor. But I don't want just the average dough flavor. I want an actual signature vanilla flavor. I want you to bite the dough and be like, I taste that. That is savory, right? So I have that blend in there, and then I have 4 different types of chocolate chips that gets layered throughout the entirety of the cookie itself, because that balances the cookie as a whole. The main thing about my products is not only that they're high quality, not only that they're premium quality, but they are actually balanced. It's not too sweet, but it's not unsweet. It's not something that's going to overwhelm your palate, but it's something that's going to satiate and make your palate feel savory. That's the main goal with this stuff. Stay ambitious, man. Stay hungry. You know what I'm saying? Don't keep your plans grounded in reality, right? But don't ever think that your dreams or your ambitions are too far-fetched from completion. So all you gotta do is get up and grind. But you scared? You can't be. You gotta walk around. You gotta really walk around with your head chest up. Like, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm gonna do. Stand on what you stand on and stay strong for yourself. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you're gonna have some tough days. You're gonna have some days where you're like, damn, I'm tired. Damn, I don't want to do this anymore. Re-solidify your faith. Get up and keep walking. And that's how
So let us know how we can support you, help you.
Yes, for sure. So at Instagram, my Instagram is fit4a cookie, and that's FITFORA cookie. You can see my entire inventory on there, along with the other flavors and updates of what happens with our actual company and brand itself. We have a website if you ever want to check out our products or order products. We do nationwide shipping, and if you're in the Douglasville area, we do nationwide and Douglasville delivery. So if you ever wanted to place an order, we do fresh baked deliveries right to your doorstep. And if you ever wanted to if you live in Jersey, if you live in New York, if you live in Florida, everywhere we go, place that order, man. We can get you to change your life, man. Get you some cookies.